Look at this guy. He's putting in the miles, but he's not actually going anywhere. Trading your time for a salary creates a hard cap on your income. You can only ever earn as much as your clock allows. Building actual wealth requires a system. You must own equity in an asset that operates, scales, and earns while you sleep, effectively decoupling your inputs from your outputs. But an automated system rarely starts out that way. You must first survive the ghost phase, a period of 10 to 15 hours of weekly work for zero immediate pay while you build the machine from scratch. The internet often sells the dream of effortless passive income. In truth, building a self-sustaining asset requires heavy, front-loaded effort before the machine ever yields a return. Skip the hype. Align your choice with this flowchart based on your primary resource: capital, time, or specific knowledge. These determine your leverage. We will filter 8 business models into these slots to see what each demands from you. Some of these systems require a significant hardware investment. Others demand hundreds of hours of sweat equity, or a highly specialized, non-obvious skill set. Surviving the ghost phase depends on this alignment. You have to match the model to the resource you already possess. Permissionless media, like faceless YouTube channels and niche sites, requires near zero upfront capital, but look at the time investment. This is the primary path for a bootstrapper with time to burn. By using AI tools for script outlining and synthetic voiceovers, you can produce content rapidly. Because the asset is digital, every video or article you make has a zero marginal cost of reproduction. It costs the same to serve one viewer as it does to serve a million. The trade-off is a massive time tax. You typically need to publish 35 to 50 pieces of content over the first 90 days just to train the algorithm and build authority. You are essentially working for free until the platform gathers enough data to find your audience. To survive shifts in the algorithm, creators move their revenue away from standard ads and into high-ticket affiliate programs, turning temporary views into recurring cash flow. Media assets offer infinite, permissionless scale, but they require a heavy upfront time investment to build algorithmic trust. In the creator-educator row, digital courses and template libraries offer 100% profit margins by monetizing specific knowledge. However, the high marketing friction warning is the catch. The back end is perfectly automated. Platforms handle student enrollment, payment processing, and asset delivery without any human intervention. The drawback is that digital assets do not sell themselves. This model usually requires a pre-existing audience or a relentless marketing engine to drive traffic to the product. While the delivery is hands-off, the marketing effort must be active and consistent to maintain sales velocity. For the systems optimizer, code and API models provide maximum scalability, but they face intense competition. Take print on demand. You utilize third-party APIs so that when a customer buys a shirt, a supplier automatically prints and ships it. You never touch the physical inventory or the logistics. Because the barrier to entry is so low, you face infinite competition. Success requires you to compete almost entirely on branding and design rather than technical novelty. Micro SaaS takes a different approach. You build a single-purpose software tool that solves a specific niche problem, generating predictable, recurring subscription revenue. However, software requires maintenance. You need technical knowledge to manage bugs and oversee the AI agents handling your customer support. Code-based businesses offer extreme scalability, but they require specialized technical skills and a distinct brand identity to survive in a crowded market. Physical automation is for professionals who have capital but lack the time for content creation or coding. By investing $4,000 to $10,000 into smart vending machines or AI photo booths, you secure immediate cash flow through a self-service interface. To remove yourself from the operation, you outsource the restocking and basic maintenance to local gig workers. This creates a management risk. A hired agent doesn't care as much as the owner, which can lead to machine neglect and lost revenue. You solve this with telemetry. The machine's software tracks inventory remotely and triggers automated task alerts for your gig worker, allowing you to tie their pay to verifiable output. Physical automation buys back your time immediately, but it exposes you to geographic variables and the friction of managing human agents. To succeed, Match your chosen business model to your resource advantage. Time-poor professionals deploy capital into smart vending and photo booths. Bootstrappers trade sweat equity for media assets and niche sites. Systems optimizers lock on to microsauce and print-on-demand APIs. You cannot automate what you do not understand. You must personally operate the system for 3 to 6 months to create the standard operating procedures required for true automation. Delegating an undocumented system to a freelancer only scales the underlying confusion. You need a stable, proven process before you can bring in outside help. Wealth creation requires a permanent shift in focus, moving your labor away from daily operations and toward the construction of self-sustaining equity. Your goal is to move from operating the machine to owning it.